Welcome to Science Tree channel, and today's topic is IUPAC nomenclature. I recommend you to sit with pen and a paper so that we will do it together. IUPAC nomenclature is a very important topic which used to come in exams, and I am pretty sure that after this lecture the naming of hydrocarbons will gonna be much easier for you. So let's start. To get grip on the topic, let's start from a simple compound. Here is a 3-carbon chain, and what you have to do, first of all, you have to select longest carbon chain. Now this chain will gonna be named as prop. We all know that 1 carbon is named as meth and 2 carbon as eth, while 3 carbon is named as prop, and for 4 it's gonna be bute, and so on. Now the longest carbon chain consists of 3 carbon atom, so will be named as prop. Second, you have to think that what type of a bond is present between carbon atoms. Here is a single bond. So now what is your opinion? You are right, it's alkane. And for alkane, we're gonna name it as propane, where prop is representing 3 carbon compound and ane is representing that there is a single bond between carbon atoms. So it's quite simple. It will be named as propane. What a beautiful structure it is, having 3 carbon atoms in it. So first of all, I have to select longest carbon chain. Yes, again, longest carbon chain consists of 3 carbons. So it will be named as prop. Are you thinking that it's a propane? No, it's not a propane, because there are double bond present between 2 carbon atoms, and this double bond is representing alkenes. So it's gonna be named as propene. Propene means that 3 carbon atom is representing prop and the double bond is representing ene. So gonna be named as propene. Let's move towards the complications. So for that, how branching occurs in hydrocarbons. Now you have to count with me. How many number of atoms are present in the longest carbon chain? Yes, there are 6 carbon atoms are present, and this is the longest carbon chain. So it's gonna be named as hex. And as there is a single bond present between each carbon atom, so it's gonna be named as hexane. Now first of all, I have to select the longest carbon chain, and the chain is made up of 5 carbon atoms. This parent chain will be named as pent, and as single bond is present between the carbon atoms, so it's gonna be named as pentane. So what I will gonna be do with this branch? The 1 carbon which is left behind, this one, is a branched form, and I will name it in prefix with the number of carbon atom with which this branch is linked. So as I know that this branched carbon is linked with carbon number 3 of the parent chain, so it's gonna be named as 3-methyl pentane. As we know that 1 carbon is used as meth, and as it is an alkyl group, so it's gonna be named as methyl, because whenever carbon loses its 1 hydrogen, it's gonna be named as yle. So now 3-methyl pentane. And please remember, there will be the sign of dash between the word and an alphabet. So 3 dash methyl pentane. First of all, I have to number the longest carbon chain. I have to number them from both sides. Don't you think why? Yes, because I want to give lowest number to my branches. Lowest number as much as I can. Now I will number it from the right hand side as well as from the left hand side. After numbering, I come to know that my parent chain is made up of 5 carbon atoms. So it's gonna be named as pentane because there is a single bond between carbon atoms. Now there are 2 branches attached with pentane, and if I gonna number it from left hand side, my branches will get number 3 and number 4, and if I prefer to count it from right hand side, my branches will get the number 2 and 3. So this is the lowest number as compared to 3 and 4. So I will prefer to move from right to left. Now it will be 2,3-dimethyl pentane. For the 2 methyls, I used the word di. And always remember, there will be a sign of comma between 2 numbers and a sign of dash between number and alphabet. Now select the longest chain of carbon atoms, and after that, what type of a bonding is present between the carbon atoms. So now 3 carbon atoms are present, so it's gonna be named as propane. But always remember, when there is a halogen, like here is bromine, halides never occurred in a parent name. It will be written in prefix. So it's gonna be named as 1-bromo-propane, as bromo is present on carbon number 1. What a beautiful chain it is, and I'm gonna number it from right as well as from left. And you know it very well that why I have done this. Yes, to give lowest number to the branches. After numbering, I come to know that if I numbered it from left to right, my branches will get lowest number. So now the chain consists of 9 carbon atoms. So it will gonna be named as nonane because there is a single bond present between carbon atoms. Now here comes the point that if I have 2 halogens, which halogen will gonna be written firstly? So now, if there is more than 1 branch, you have to be write them alphabetically. There is a priority list is already available, but as there is 2 halogens, so first of all bromine, you don't have to be write it according to the number. As in this case, according to the number, I have to write iodine first because iodine gets the number 2. But I have to write them alphabetically. So for that, bromine occurs first as B comes first, then as compared to I. So it's gonna be 4-bromo, 2-iodo, 5,6 dimethyl nonane. Again, there is a dash between number and alphabet, and there is a comma between numbers. So now it's gonna be much easier and pretty clear to you. Whenever more than 1 halogen is present, You have to write them alphabetically, but you have to number them from where they get the lowest number. Let's take another example. In this example, there is a double bond. So now we use the word "ene" to represent double bond. Again, we have to select the longest parent chain, which consists of 5 carbon atoms. So it's gonna be named as pentene. But I have to number the double bond also. And for that, I will do right counting as well as left counting to give lowest number to the double bond. Now when I do the numbering from right hand side, the double bond will get number 2. So it's gonna be named as 2-pentene. It can also be named as pent-2-ene. But it's up to you. You can write it in both ways. Again, select the longest carbon chain. The longest carbon chain is made up of 6 carbon atoms. So it is hexa. But when I used to think about bonds, there is a triple bond between carbon atoms, and there are 2 triple bonds present. So for triple bond, I use the word "ine", and having 2 triple bonds, it's gonna be named as diene. So the parent name of the chain will be hexadiene. But I have to also memorize the numbers where the double or the triple bond is present. Here we are dealing with the triple bonds. So now I will number the chain from the left side as well as from the right side to give lowest number to the triple bond. So now I will name it as 2,4-hexadiene. Again, between the numbers there is comma, and between the number and the alphabet there is the sign of dash. Now 2,4-hexadiene means that 2 triple bonds are present at the place number 2 and number 4. This is 7 carbon chain, so it will be heptane, but here we have a functional group at the end, and which is aldehyde. So please memorize that for aldehyde we will use the word L. Now it will be heptanal because we have 7 carbon atoms included the carbon of aldehydic group. And as we have counted the carbon of aldehyde group in the parent chain or in the longest chain of the hydrocarbon, so that's why we will gonna name it in the parent name, and it will be named as heptanal. And the word nal, it means L, is for aldehydic group. Number the longest carbon chain from left as well as from right. Now we know that there are 3 carbon atoms, and for 3 carbon atoms we use the word prop. But here we have an oxygen, C double bond O, which is representing ketonic group. Yes, it is a non-terminal group, so it never comes at the end. As it occurred at carbon number 2, but we haven't write 2 in the name because there is no other possibility. As ketonic group is a non-terminal group, so it never occurs at carbon number 1 and carbon number 3. So that's why it is 2-propanone, and it's not necessary to write 2 with it because there is no other possibility. Now prop is representing 3 carbon atoms, and ON is representing ketonic group, while N is representing a single bond. So it will be propane-none. This is 4 carbon chain, and I have to give the lowest number to the branch. And now the branch is alcohol. Yes, we have to add ol to represent alcohol in the name. Now I have to number it from right as well as from the left. And I have to select the numbering in which alcohol will get the lowest number. So now, when I numbered it from the right to left, alcohol will get number 2. It will be present at number 2 carbon. 4 carbons will gonna be named as butane, having a single bond in it. And alcohol will be represented by ol, as it is present at carbon number 2. So it will be 2-butanol. And now the dash is present between the number and the word. Here comes carboxylic acid. And for this, what I have to do? First of all, I have to select the longest carbon chain, and that is 4 carbon atoms, including carboxylic acid. Always remember, carboxylic acid name will come in the suffix, like here it is butanoic acid. After selecting the longest chain, I have to number it. In my whole previous lecture, I used to number from both sides. But now, as I know that carboxylic acid have a priority over all other groups, so that's why I have to number it carbon number 1. Although my branch gets carbon number 3. Here my branch is 3-methyl, but it doesn't matter. If I have a carboxylic acid group, I have to start my numbering from that side. So there is a little change due to priorities, and definitely priorities matters a lot. Now it's gonna be named as 3-methyl butanoic acid. The name of the branch will come in prefix, and oic acid is showing carboxylic acid, while but is showing 4 carbon atoms. And I will be very glad if you able to name second example. There are 2 carbon atoms, carbon 1 and carbon 2, named as eth, and I have to number them according to the carboxylic acid. As it is acid, so it's gonna be named as ethanoic acid. Now if comes a double bond with carboxylic acid, no matters. You have to start numbering from the acid, and then it will be but due to 4 carbon atoms. Having number 2, it means that at number 2 I have double bond. So it will represented by in. But 2 in. And the oic acid is showing carboxylic acid. But 2 noic acid. And I can also write it like 2-butanoic acid. Now in example number 4, here is halogen and also carboxylic acid and a double bond 2. Let's do it stepwise. Now first of all, select the longest carbon chain, that is of 5 carbon atoms. So it will be named as pentane. No, due to double bond, it will be named as pentene. Then I have to number it. I have to number it from where carboxylic acid will get number 1. No matters, I have a halogen in the branched form. But due to carboxylic acid, as it has priority over all other groups, I have to number it from that side. After numbering, I have to write the name. Halogens are always written in the prefix. So it will gonna be 4-chloro 2-pentene oic acid, where 4-chloro is representing halogen, 2-pentene means that the double bond is present at carbon number 2, and oic acid is representing carboxylic acid. Now it's too simple to name any hydrocarbon or to name any organic compound related to carbon chains. Priorities matters a lot in organic chemistry. While naming the hydrocarbons, you have to consider that if you have a carboxylic acid in your chain, you have to number it first, and so on. First you have carboxylic acid, then aldehyde, after that is ketone, then alcohol, triple bond, double bond, halogens and methyl groups. But remember that halogens and methyl groups will come in prefix while writing the names, while all other groups will come in suffix. Thank you so much. For more videos, keep watching. Have a great day.